Alright guys, today we're going to start off with the oils. I have 6 oils I'm going to go over that are going to help you with the weight management. I'm only going over 6 because things work different for different people, so I'm going to go over the 6 main ones that have definitely helped me when I did my weight loss. I used the petrochemical weight loss protocol is what I did, the petrochemical weight loss protocol, and that's what I used, and it helped me lose 37 pounds and keep it off. And I'll put a picture, I'll probably put it right here, and it'll show you my before and after picture. It was totally awesome, and I've kept it off, and I'm so proud of myself. But the thing is, different things work for different people. Lauren posted a different regimen in the group. I posted mine. There are so many out there, and so you need to find the one that works best for you. So I'm going to go over the main things that tend to help universally everybody, so that we can all just know where to start. Definitely, this is a really simple way to get started. And so the first oil we're going to go over is lemon, and lemon is a really great oil. I just love the taste of it in my glass water bottle. Just having it in there, it just, you taste the lemon, it tastes so nice. It definitely makes drinking water a lot easier. But lemon is really great because it helps with water weight, especially as women who tend to bloat a little bit during certain times of the month or things like that, carry a little bit more water weight, but men as well, especially if you have a high sodium diet or anything like that. Water weight is definitely a concern, and if you're exercising and working out and drinking water like you're supposed to, you will need help getting rid of that water and helping it constantly move through your body. And the great thing about lemon is it also helps to filter the liver out, which is the filtration, or cleanse the liver, which the liver is the filtration system of our body. So it's really important to keep that healthy and clean. So that's why lemon is a really great addition to, or a really great thing to use when going on this lifetime journey. And so the next oil I'm going to talk about is peppermint, and this one also is in the kit, so I mean, you already have these, right? And if you don't, these are like literally so inexpensive, so please, those two are definitely a must. But peppermint is really great because it helps curb appetite, and it also helps with like the sugar cravings or any type of cravings that you have. I know my sister is really addicted to sugar, to chocolate, any type of anything like that, and I know the peppermint helps to curb that. And me, it's more, I'm a starch girl, like my thighs can tell you. I'm definitely a starch person. I love anything, potatoes, bread, rice, anything like that, and it's totally a killer if you have it in large amounts. It helps me with that. I feel like when I drink it, it's very cooling sensation down my throat, and it just makes me feel like, you know how like after you brush your teeth and you don't want to eat anything because you're like, my mouth just feels so clean and I don't want to ruin that taste or that feeling. It's almost like that. You just feel so clean and refreshed, and like you feel satisfied. And so that's why, unless you are hungry, then you feel hungry. But like, it just helps you feel satisfied when all you want to do is because you're bored and just pick at something and eat something out of boredom, or just to have something to do. So it really helps with that. And it's really important to be able to keep moving throughout the day. And these help you do that because you don't feel like you have to eat. And the next one I'm going to go over is grapefruit. This one isn't in the kit. Mine's a little abused, huh? But it is super inexpensive, and I love grapefruit. I love the taste of it. And I know a lot of people are like, and I don't like grapefruits, like the real grapefruits. And a lot of people don't either. Excuse me, but this in your water, to me, it tastes different, and I really like it. But grapefruit is really great to be drinking, and actually in this one, I have lemon, peppermint, and grapefruit. I like to drink all 3 of those throughout the day. I call these like the weight loss trio. I'll set them up here, I'll show you. My little weight loss trio. Okay, maybe that didn't work out like I planned, but anyways, I call those 3 the weight loss trio. But grapefruit is really great because it helps keep your metabolism going. It helps keep it running, and that's what you need. Even when you're not moving, when you're sitting at a desk, your body will be moving because it helps to speed the metabolism along. Not at a crazy rate or anything like that. This is going to be at a normal rate, but it's going to help increase it to where you are constantly working. So it's really great. It also helps to eat away the fat cells are the petrochemicals that are inside your body. So that's why with the petrochemical weight loss protocol, when you use the parts of that protocol and rub it on your body, it will help break up the fat. But grapefruit is really great for eating it away. It's actually they've done tests and it does that. So grapefruit is really good for that, to help digest your food better, speed up your metabolism, and different things like that. So that's why these three are the best. These three are like the must to get started with weight loss with Young Living. And they all taste amazing. And if you don't want to taste them, you can put them in a capsule and drink it. And I would recommend doing 2 of each, maybe 1 of peppermint if it's too strong for you. And if you feel like that's not enough, you can try 3 of each. It varies between person to person. I'll do 2, or I might do 3 of grapefruit and lemon, and I'll do 1 or 2 of peppermint. And then I'll drink mine throughout the day, and I'll take those capsules with every meal. That's really important too. And you'll just open up a capsule, you'll fill it with however many you want. Start off with 2 each and see where that takes you. And then you'll fill the rest of it up with carrier oils such as coconut oil or jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, and then you'll snap it shut and you'll drink it with a glass of water and have that before every meal, because that helps with the cravings and so that you stop when you're full instead of just eating what's on your plate. And it also helps with, like I said, the digestion of the food and the water weight to help everything keep moving. So it's really important to do that as well. So the next one we're going to talk about, the next oil, is Sleek Essence. They actually have an entire line of Sleek. They've got tea, they've got gum, they've got snack bars. They have a lot of things with Sleek tea and all that. Sleek is basically doing the same thing that these 3 are doing. It's going to help with appetite suppression, and it's going to help your body keep moving. I really like, personally, I'm not going to lie, I like doing the peppermint, the grapefruit, and the lemon. But I know a lot of people that prefer the Sleek because it has a lot of oils in here, of citrus oils as well. Let's see if I can get this off and show you, but it's really good. Let me see. Yes, it has grapefruit, tangerine, spearmint, lemon, akati, and stevia in here. So this is a really good one to have. I really like it, and I still did use it. I just preferred the concentrated, I guess you could say, taste of the lemon, the grapefruit, and the peppermint. But I still use the Sleek a lot. Like if I don't have these with me, this is just 1 oil I can carry around versus 3, and I'll just drop it in my my water or my tea or whatever I'm drinking. So this is a really great one to have. And then they have all that entire line of great healthy snacks that you can have instead of, munching on sugar bars or whatever. But yeah, so Sleek tea is definitely a great one. And then the next one I'm going to talk about is Christmas Spirit. And a lot of people will want to know, what does Christmas Spirit have to do with weight loss? That makes no sense. Well, it actually does, because Christmas Spirit may not help with the physical side of weight loss, but it helps me with my mental side, and each person, our emotional side, and each person has their own personal emotional oil that helps them the most. Christmas Spirit is mine, and that's the one I used. But it's really important to take care of yourself emotionally while you're doing this as well. This is a lifestyle change, believe it or not. You are going to need to change the way you eat, the way you exercise, what you do in your life, with your body, with your time. And it's really important to make sure that you are emotionally prepared for that as well as you go through life. Because if you're depressed because maybe you something happened throughout the day, it's important to stay emotionally strong when doing this. You don't want to just have one bad day and then just quit. That's what happens to so many people, and I've done it so many times. I have a bad day, and then I feel like just because I went and had a piece of cheesecake and ate a burger, a veggie burger, or anything like that, some fries with a whole bunch of ketchup on it, that my life's over, I'll never be able to lose the weight I want to, and we're done. You can't get like that. You need to stay emotionally strong. And remember, even if you do have a bad day, it's not the end of the world. You will have that bad day and it will be okay, and you can get right back on track the next day. So it's really important to have an emotional strength when you're going through life in general, and especially when you're trying to better yourself physically. So it's really good to have an emotional oil. But mine is Christmas Spirit because I just love it so much. It's my oil. But a lot of people have their own specific emotional oil, and if you haven't found yours yet, go out there and look. There, on Young Living, there are so many. Joy is a really great one. I love Christmas Spirit, Dragon Time. I know a lot of people like that. I'm trying to think of a lot. There's so many that can help with just lifting your emotions. I mean, Citrus Fresh in itself can really help with creativity, but there are so many out there that can really help you and lift your mood, lift your spirit. Anyways, and I would put Christmas Spirit on before I go run. I would put, there's so many oils. Live with Passion. I loved that oil when I went and ran. There are so many you can use, but find your oil and it's going to help build you up, give you strength for when you are embarking on this journey. So find your emotional oil. And then the last one, oil I'm going to talk about is Deep Relief. And this is the roll-on. This is such a lifesaver when after you are working out, gone running, lifting weights, resistance training, whatever you do, and your muscles are killing you because you can't even remember the last time you went up 2 flights of stairs, and they feel like they're on fire, and you're like, I can't do it, I can't keep going like this. This is gonna bring you back to earth. I love this so much. Just rubbing it on my sore. I love cardio. I love to run. Now, I didn't before, but I love it. And just rubbing this on my legs, my thighs, anything that ached, that hurt, this really helped. So it's really good to also remember that to take care of yourself physically. We've covered the emotional side, but also the physical side. You don't want to be in pain. But if you ain't sore, it ain't working, right? So it's good to feel some soreness, but if it's too much, definitely have some Deep Relief on hand. I would suggest that, very highly suggest it. But so those are all the oils that I'm going to cover because there are so many different protocols out there, and I'll keep posting some throughout today, and you can look on there and find some. There are so many Young Living weight loss protocols, weight management protocols that you can find and try out different ones. Mine was definitely the petrochemical protocol, but start with the peppermint, the grapefruit, and the lemon. See where that takes you. And then try out the others. The citrus oils are definitely the way to go. They really are. They're the ones that are going to help. They're fruits. How can you go wrong with fruit, right? That's what's going to help you. So try out what works for you. You have to dabble. You have to figure out what works for you. I started out with these 3, and then I saved up to get the Ledum and the Citrus Fresh, and to be able to do the petrochemical protocol. So try out different things. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is water. Water, water, water. I can't say this enough. I know that there are people out there that are Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola fanatics, any type of soda pop fanatic out there. And I'm sorry to say, but that does not count as your water. It may be made up of liquid, but that is not your water. That's sugar water, and that's not what you need. Are those people out there who drink sweet tea all day long and think that that's good for them because it's tea? No, it's not as good for you as water is. But you can definitely make water better. And you want to know how? Seriously, making water better, that sounds absolutely insane, but you can. You can make this water better by adding in the oils, by adding in the lemon, the grapefruit, the peppermint, like I mentioned. This is going to help you. And remember, you need to keep it in a glass water bottle because the citrus oils will eat away petrochemicals such as paper, plastic, styrofoam. So you need to make sure you keep it in a glass water bottle. You can find totally cute ones online or in Target a lot of the times. But yes, drink water, water, water. It's really important. I suggest people to drink about 1 gallon a day. I know that seems like a lot, but it's like 8 of these, and you can have one. You can spread it out. I would do it when I was still in high school. I would do 1 per class period, and then 1 at lunch. and that would help me. And I mean, yes, at first you are going to be going to the restroom like that, but you need to keep your body cleaned out. You need to keep everything running, because if not, you're giving yourself time to store it all up. You need to keep everything moving. You need to keep moving. That's the whole part of this game. You got to get your body up and moving and clean. You don't want everything stocked up there and where you're having to sit on the toilet for years. You need to make sure that your body is moving, constantly going. That doesn't mean that you can't treat yourself to a soda or your favorite drink every once in a while, but you need to change or really look at what you're drinking. And if you find that it's like 70% Cokes and sugar drinks, that's not okay. Even 50% sugar drinks is not okay. You need to have a majority of over 50% water or green tea and but that's with no sugar in it. You need to have natural drinks, things that are good for your body, without sugar, without any additives in it. You need to, look at what you're putting into your body, because that's what's going to come out, whether it be in health conditions or in cellulite. You just have to examine what you're putting into your body, because that's how you know what's going to come out. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is food. Definitely food. I mean, what do we do at least 3 times a day? We eat. You eat. You need to eat to live, right? But you need to eat to live and not live to eat. And I used to do that. I used to find every single excuse that I could to go out and to eat. Oh, I have nothing to do? Let me eat. I'm reading a book for school? Let me go get some chips and eat. I'm out with a friend? Let's go eat. I mean, eating makes up such a big part of our lives, because we get together to eat with friends. We have a celebration with food, baby showers, birthdays, cakes, pies. It's all centered around food. I mean, you can't tell me that you've gone to a party and there hasn't been finger foods or any type of food or drink there. We center our life around it, and so that's why we need to make sure that we do it correctly. So it's really important that you read your labels, number one. First of all, most things in a can aren't that good for you. I'm sorry. But you do need to read your labels. Read your labels on anything that you get. This is some tuna. And if you read the labels, light tuna, water, vegetable broth, salt. You need to check and see how much salt you're putting into your body. You don't want too much sodium inside your body, because that causes you to have water weight, and that causes things to become saturated inside your body, and you don't want that. You don't want too much sodium. So you need to read, or just anything. If you can't pronounce it, you don't need it in your body. That is number one, especially if it's in those, quick meals. Those aren't good for you. You know it. You have to meal prep. It's very important, but you do need to make sure that you read your labels. And actually, you want to know a quick hack? When you go to Walmart or wherever you go, only shop on the outside of the aisles. Do not go in between the aisles, because that's where the bad stuff is. You know it. You go down into those aisles. Those are where they're trying to lure you in. You've got all the starches and the chips and the sweets down in the middle of those aisles. But on the out caps, that's where you've got your better foods. That's where you have basically, I don't want to call them like whole foods, but those are like your key ingredients. You've got your vegetables. When in our Walmart, you have your vegetables when you first walk in. Then you have your meats, and you have eggs, juices. Basically, you can live off of everything that's on those outside aisles. I really don't see any need to go into an inside aisle, but just, keep that in mind the next time you go. When you go into an inside aisle, are you going to get something that's healthy? Or are you going to get something that, if you read the label, is not healthy for you? So reading labels is definitely important. You need to do that. You need to see what you're putting inside your body. There are a lot of diets that are that people use, and a diet doesn't mean a restricted eating habit. It's a lifestyle. A diet is what you eat, no matter what it is. If all you eat is ding dongs and Twinkies and drink soda, that's your diet. You need to make sure that your diet is healthy. It is good for your body. Put a whole lot of vegetables in there. I know you don't want to, but you need to. Find a way to get those nutrients inside your body. And then you do need protein, whatever that may be. If it's in meat, if it's in a meat substitute, if you're vegetarian. Find a substitute for it. Find a good substitute. Make sure that it's healthy. You need to have a little bit juice. Juice is great for you. Water is good for you. Calcium, all the vitamins that you need. You need to make sure that you're reading the labels on your food so that you know that you're getting this. And it is hard when you can't just go pick up Hamburger Helper from the store to go cook at night for your family. You need to meal prep. Make this an entire family thing. You don't have to carry the burden on yourself. Meal prep. I live by myself. I do this on my own. I meal prep for myself. I get out all the baggies when I go shopping. I put everything up so that I can just grab it in the morning and go. Do that. Take the time to do that. If this is important enough for you to lose the weight, it's important enough for you to go out and meal prep. It's that simple. You have to put in the effort and the time to be able to get the results you want. This isn't a quick fix. Another thing is that it's okay to treat yourself. If every once in a while you want to have, and I mean every once in a while, I don't mean every other day, or you've made it to the end of the week and you think you need to go ham on a cake. No, that's not what it means. Treat yourself every once in a while. If you're at an event and you feel like you deserve it, don't restrict yourself. Have a piece of cake, but don't go crazy. Don't think that you aren't going to be able to eat another treat for 30 more days, so you have to eat as much as you can now. No, have a small slice here, and then maybe next week if you're at another event and you see a cookie, have a cookie. Have a cookie. You do not need to be having, thinking to yourself that you have to go ahead and ration it or get as much as you can because you don't know when the next time you'll have any. You make the decisions in your life. And so you need to make them and make them carefully and make them for the best for you. So it's important to know that. You can treat yourself. Feel free to do so. But make sure that it's worth treating. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're working out and eating healthy. And this isn't just a I survived the day type of treat, or for every single day. You need to make sure that you are being logical with this. It takes a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Another thing is slow down. Be able to taste your food. I know I definitely did this a lot. It was almost a competition when I ate. The goal was to finish this bowl of food no matter how big it was, so that's what I was going to do. And I just kept eating and kept eating and kept eating. And then by the time I finished this bowl, I hadn't even had enough time to digest it. I was like, oh, it's time for seconds, time for thirds. And I just keep going to the point of when I finally felt full, it was too late. And then you keep getting full and you keep getting full to the point of where you just want to, take it all back. And you can't because it's already inside and you just, want to die. So you need to make sure that you take it slow. Taste the food you're eating. If you are treating yourself and you're having a piece of chocolate, let that chocolate melt in your mouth. Feel the different things you've never felt before. Or even when you're eating vegetables, when you're eating your everyday food, say you're having some fish or some carrots, anything like that, taste the food. Taste it in your mouth and get to know what that food tastes like. Find the foods you love and learn a different thing about them. If it's a texture, if it's the smell, if it's the way it appeals to your eye, find a different thing about it. Enjoy the food. Again, we eat to live. We do not live to eat. So keep that in mind. Also, eat often. I know that sounds really strange, right? But usually it's actually really healthy for people to eat 5 to 6 times a day. And obviously that means smaller portions, but eating like that is going to help keep your metabolism up. And the grapefruit helps along with that too. But keeping that constant food in your body in different intervals, the constant interval of eating is going to help keep your metabolism up here and keep it at a steady line so that your body's constantly moving. That doesn't mean every 3 to 4 hours you get to eat a Twinkie. No, that's not what it means. You can have like a little salad, and then the next time you eat, you have a protein bar, different things like that. I would have hummus with wrap, and then a lettuce wrap. Put some hummus on it, maybe some vegetables, some protein in there, and then I'd eat that for one of my meals. I'd ration it out. Sometimes people do the meal replacement shakes, like the Young Living has. They just came out with a new protein, 2 new protein flavors, and then you also have the meal replacement that they have. They have like 3 meal replacement options. And then, so be conscious of that. You can make a plan for that. It's not that hard. Especially nowadays, they have a lot of healthier alternatives out there. So take advantage of it. You're worth it. That's the main point. You are worth it. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is document. Document everything you do. Whether it is on an app on your phone. I have an app. What is it? Let me find it. It's called the Lose It app. It helps you to track what you eat and then how much weight you're losing as well till you reach your goal, and it's going to help send you reminders to keep you on track. Have an app, or do it the old-fashioned way. Get a journal and write down what you eat so that you can keep track of it. And this doesn't mean, like you're going anorexic or bulimic or going crazy with what you're doing. This isn't obsessive. This is being knowledgeable of what you're putting inside your body and knowing what you're doing. Write down how many calories you intake a day, and make sure that you're taking in enough, but you're also restricting yourself to where you're not having too much. Have it correlate with how much you're working out and how much energy you need a day. Be healthy like that. Have a journal, write it down. Also write down how you feel. That's important too, especially when you have good days, because when you're having bad days, you're going to want to go back and read those and remember why you're doing this, because you're doing it, again, like I said, for you, because you're worth it. And you need to remind yourself that, especially when you have a bad day and whatever happens and you end up slipping a couple steps backwards. You need to be able to go back and read how you felt to remember that this isn't the end of the world. Tomorrow's a new day. Right now's a new day. That moment is new, and you can start again. And that brings up an excellent point now that I'm thinking about it. If you get up in the morning and for whatever reason you didn't have your meal prepped, and you go to work and you accidentally slip up and buy a hamburger, and you eat that hamburger, and now you feel like it's the end of the world, and you have fallen off the wagon. You have already had over half of the calories you're supposed to have that day, and you just feel like it's over, and you feel like for the rest of the day now you have blown it. You have not. That meal is what happened, and what happened is what happened. You can't control it. All you can do is learn from it. So that means that next meal, dinner, you don't have to say, oh, well, that means the rest of the day is doesn't count, so I can go ahead and have a steak for dinner, like just pasta and starches and cake for dinner. That's not what that means. You can start again. For dinner, you can have a salad. Get back on track if you're able to. Do that. You can start, or you can reclaim your path. Get back on your healthy track from whenever you mess up. It doesn't have to. Just messing up at breakfast doesn't mean the rest of your day is doomed. You can start back again on it whenever you'd like. And you should do that. You should be conscious of that and remember that. So documenting is definitely important. And along with documenting comes our evil friend, the scale. Dun dun dun. So it's very important to weigh yourself to know where you're going, because you obviously want to know if you're getting better, if this is working, what's working for you. But I highly recommend don't weigh yourself every single day. That is going to ruin you mentally, because your body fluctuates, especially women during certain times of the month. Your body is going to bloat and it's going to fluctuate, and you are just going to hate it if that number goes up. Men too. They're going to hate it if their number goes up or goes down for whatever, or goes up for whatever reason. So only weigh yourselves every 2 to 4 weeks and measurements. every 2 to 4 weeks. Give yourself time to lose the weight. I promise you, if you weigh yourself in the morning, and then you weigh yourself at noon, and you weigh yourself at night for every single day, all that's going to do is consume your mind about the weight loss instead of the weight management. You need to remember that this is a lifestyle change. This scale does not own you. Remember, like I said before, you live to eat, you do not eat to live. Whoops, that was wrong. Whoops. You eat, oh gosh. You eat to live, you do not live to eat. I'm so sorry, I can't believe I got that wrong. You eat to live, you do not live to eat. Remember that. It is important. Even if I get it wrong saying it. So the scale should not own you. You should not have a ball and chain connected to it. It is not your prison. Hide it. Go put it under your bed until that 2-week mark, and then weigh yourself, and no matter what the results are, document it and put it back away. Realize what it says. If that means you are gaining more, see, does that mean you're gaining more muscle but losing more fat? That's why measurements come in handy as well. Measuring yourself with a measuring tape is important as well, because you could gain more weight, but that could just be muscle. And so you need to know that. You need to know what's happening with your body. But if you are gaining more fat, you need to see what you're doing in your diet and your exercise and adjust for it. So every 2 to 4 weeks, weigh yourself and realize what's going on. And so the next thing we're going to talk about is the killer. Exercise. Exercising is definitely needed for this. You can't just sit on the couch and expect yourself to lose weight, because while you're sitting here, every single person that is just outside walking to their mailbox is lapping you around this couch. Every single form of exercise is better than just staying still and doing nothing. If that means you have to start out with walking around your neighborhood, or and slowly building up to jogging and running for any type of cardio, or maybe you have to get an accountability partner, which is definitely important. Someone who will hold you accountable for what you do, whether it be a friend or a trainer or anything like that, and it's going to help work out with you, and then you guys can do it together. You can go do Zumba together, or you can go do they do a lot of classes, like cycling classes, any type of workout. There's so many out there, like I can't even name them all. I mostly just run, so that's all. Any type of resistance training is great. But yeah, definitely have an accountability partner and get moving. Anything you do is worth it. When I started my journey from the before and after, I would go down to our primary school where I live, and I would walk, and then I'd slowly jog, and then when I started to run, I couldn't even run the full 4th mile without keeling over and wanting to just, to throw up everything. But by the end of that summer, 3 months later, I was able to run a mile, no problem. I was actually able to run it like 1.5 miles, no problem. And it was awesome. It was really great that I was able to do that, but it took me time. It really, really did. So you are going to have to push yourself harder and harder, and have somebody who can help you be accountable to this. My family definitely helped me with that, and I thank them so much for it. And then another great thing is to have a routine. I would get up every morning at like 5 or 6, because I wanted it to be cool outside. I would drive down there, and I would do my mile. That's what I did. Have a routine. If that means you do a little cardio in the morning and then do some resistance training in the evening, whatever works with your schedule with you throughout the week. 3 times a week, whatever you can do, whatever you can fit in, but make time for it. And oh my goodness, I would make time. So every morning, and I'd go do that, and they were my accountability partner, even though they didn't come with me. So if I didn't do it one morning, they would be like, you didn't go run, Katie, and I'm like, okay, and they're like, well, I'm just saying, you've been doing that, and then you decide not to do it today, and I'm like, you guys aren't even doing it, and then they would hold me accountable, but I still love them for it anyway. It definitely gave me the courage or, you know, the strength to get up and go the next morning if I didn't get up one morning. Because there were definitely mornings that I woke up and I rolled over and I was like, not today. I do not feel like it. I feel like nothing is going to ever change. And you have those days. But I also had those days when I felt like that, and then I reminded myself from what I documented and just from my family, reminding me of all that I have, you know, lost so far as weight and everything, and how much I've gained in my energy and then in my lifestyle, and I was able to get up and go anyway. So it's important, and definitely my Christmas spirit helped me with that. So exercise is definitely really important. You do need to have a routine. You need to have a special, figure out what works for you, what you like. Go figure out if that means you like to do classes because you like to be surrounded by people. If you like more cardio, if you like more resistance training, figure out what you like. Resistance training being weights, or yeah, pretty much anything with weight. You're resisting your muscles. But find what you like. If it's dancing, I mean, it doesn't have to even seem like it's a exercise. Excuse me. If you like to dance, if you like to just, trying to think of other things. There's dancing, there's running, there's, you know, resistance training, but there's a lot of classes where they disguise it to where it's not even seeming like a workout, but you are working out and you can definitely feel it the next day. If it's swimming, swimming's a great one. If it's hiking, if it's rock wall climbing, those are so many great things you can do that don't even seem like working out, but you definitely are. And it's such a great workout for you. So you can also do that. But those are all the tips that I have for getting started with weight management with Young Living. And this is how I kept it off. This is what I did. I made the lifestyle change. Like I said before, and I'm going to try to say it right this time, we eat to live. We do not live to eat. It's really important that we know that. You eat to live. You do not live to eat. Yes, that was right. But it's really important that you know that and that you stick with that. And I'm still doing it to this day. And that was last year that I lost the 37 pounds, and I've kept it off. And I'm still working on, you know, getting to where I want to be. And it's important to read what to use the oils to help you as far as an aid for weight management, to drink a lot of water to keep your body constantly clean, to watch the food you eat, because it's true what they say, you are what you eat, and you need to make sure that what's going into your body is healthy for you and will give you energy. And document what you do. It's important to know that when you're having a bad day, to remember what you felt like on a good day. When you felt good, when somebody complimented you because they could tell that you had lost weight, or your skin just seemed to glow because it was so healthy and not weighed down with the sodium and the sugar intake. Or every single time somebody saw you running and complimented on, oh my gosh, you can lift that much, or you run that far and that much, just those different things, or that they just go with you. It's important to remember those things. And exercising is definitely a main thing, and I know a lot of people just want to sit on their couch and lose the weight, but that's not the way to do it. You need to remember that this is a lifestyle change, a forever change, not a 2-month change, not a week change to be, get skinny quick. This is a lifestyle change. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you will be able to get on board with it and start your journey. It is very important to realize that. But that's all I have to say, you guys. If you have any questions, please come back to the Facebook page. Let me know if I didn't clarify anything for you, or if anything I didn't cover. Let me know. I will definitely answer all the questions that you have for me. And I'm still going to be posting protocols throughout the day. So I hope you guys will look at them, find the ones you like, try them, ask me questions about what I did, what I've seen people use, and I hope it really helps you guys. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.